is up, everybody? Welcome to Truth and Transparency. Let's start with an intro.
A big break in the case, a grainy image of a speeding car that could be the white Hyundai Elantra police are looking for. A night manager at this gas station in Moscow, Idaho, discovered surveillance video that showed a white sedan driving by on the night the 4 University of Idaho students were murdered. The timestamp says 3:45 a.m., right in the time frame in which police say the killings took place. The video has been handed over to police. It shows the car traveling on this road outside the gas station. It's just 1.2 miles from the house where the students were murdered.
Who's out at 3:45 a.m. speeding? And this is significant, Harris. Very significant. In a town of less than 50,000 people, less than 30,000 people, the driver has not come forward. Why?
Inside Edition spoke with News Nation's Brian Enton in Idaho.
The exact direction we don't know. We know that it was on Highway 8, right in front of the gas station, and turned onto a side road. It appeared the car was headed out of town, and reportedly the assistant manager at the gas station said it was going quite fast.
The night manager says she was acting on a hunch and went through hours of surveillance video from that night. Turns out her hunch was right. Now questions are being raised about why a month after the murders, that gas station video and others from businesses along Route 8 had not been already examined by police. There are several other businesses nearby that may have captured the car on security cameras. Shannon Gray, attorney for the family of murder victim Kaylee Gonzalez, is critical of the police.
Do I think they might be overwhelmed? Maybe. Part of the investigation, you would think from the get-go, would be looking at all video evidence.
Yep, that's what it would be. You can find this on my community page. I posted a couple of videos to say, hey, in honor of tonight's live, go ahead and check something out. So I told you guys that was one of them right here, and then another one right here.
New theories from online detectives may give more insight into the unsolved University of Idaho quadruple murders. In the more than 1 month since Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Zana Carnodal, and Ethan Chapin were found brutally stabbed to death, investigators have released little information about the case, offering only a white Hyundai Elantra as the vehicle of interest. That's where YouTuber Chris Hall comes in. Hall hosts The Mob Crew on YouTube and used his channel to put out a new theory in connection to the case. Hall points out that surveillance video of a white or light-colored car matching the Elantra's description can be seen between 2:45 and 3:15 a.m. the morning of the murders. The video was taken from a building on Linda Lane, several streets away from the crime scene on King Road. Video shows the vehicle traveling toward the crime scene. Later, Hall claims a similar vehicle can be seen on body camera video of an unrelated underage drinking bust. Hall pinpoints the car driving by at 2:58 a.m. and uses a digital overlay to place a Hyundai Elantra on top of the vehicle. Law and Crime took it a step further and superimposed the photo of a white car believed to be the Elantra that was caught on security camera by a local gas station that same night. It's important to note the vehicle has not been confirmed to be a Hyundai Elantra, and some believe the car appears to be a white Tesla. Later on, at 3:12 a.m., body camera video picks up what appears to be 4 people.
That would be 2 minutes after Dylan texts Eric, the 3:12. All right, guys, welcome. We can't forget about all of this stuff. What this all means is that the sighting here on the body cam, first of all, it cannot be Brian Cover because he is in Pullman. But I'm going to point your attention to, going to get right to the point here, and I'll answer any questions, is I'm going to share, it all came out in the motion that was filed, the state's response to the defendants, the make and model of suspect vehicle. And there's some problems here when you go to the first page of where law enforcement for the FBI says, okay, we're going to start doing this, the sightings in the Moscow, Idaho area and the Pullman, Washington area. Well, my first issues is why aren't you starting at the 2:44 a.m. time frame and showing and using the WSU cameras over there? Why aren't those in your? That's where your list should be started. Obviously, because you're trying to connect that vehicle, right? And you're saying here that this is your sightings in the Moscow, Idaho, Pullman area. So why are we starting at 3:26 and 10 seconds? The WSU footage that is also reported in here is coming from these 4 or 5 cameras. So that's at Nevada, at Grimes, at Wilson, Kruger Way, and this is all Northeast Stadium Way. So it should definitely be starting not at 3:26. It should be starting. So that's problem number 1 with this. Problem number 2 I have is now we have the body cam from Band Field. Okay, so where is that? That would be, like I said, between 2:58 and 3:01. That's not there either. Okay. It starts off here at 3:26. Now this is where we're going to come into a huge big problem. 3:26, poof, we're using this vehicle that starts at Indian Hills. Okay. I'm good with this time that it takes to get from here to here where it says a vehicle matching the description of vehicle 1. We have to remember the way that they made this to be matching is it matches the description of it's off of the 1125 camera, which is Ridge Road camera. That's where they were able to get any type of, okay, this is what we're looking for. So it's not off of the 1112 King Road address. So 3:26 and 35 seconds. The headlights of a vehicle, see how it says a vehicle matching? Well, then when they can't tell anything but just the headlights, they will say that the headlights of a vehicle, that's all we can say. Then the next is, so this is going, following along on Indian Hills Drive. And then it will say right here, a vehicle matching the description. So they have a clear, what they're saying is a clear view of this vehicle. We've never seen a picture from the Indian Hills Drive area. Then after that, it's going to cross over, as you all know, right here to see this camera footer, this camera right here, 1311. Well, when you go ahead and you put that in, that is the A and W camera. That's the same camera footage that has the 3:45 and 10-second video of where Nancy Grace comes on and talks about this white Elantra, fleeing off at a high rate of speed. So the issue, though, that I have here is when they went ahead and said, oh, this camera here at 1311 on South Main Street, the FBI guy says when he did this stuff, he lists all the cameras that they used, right? And if any of the cameras were, this camera time is accurate to local time. This is accurate to local time. This is accurate to local time. Ooh, 1311 South Main Street. This camera time, approximately 1 minute and 43 seconds behind local time. Well, how the fuck did you come to that conclusion? How did you do that? Because it's so interesting to me, this 1 minute and 43 seconds, and you're going to see why in really quick. 1125 Ridge Road, that camera is accurate. 1320 Linda Lane, camera time approximately 5 seconds behind local time. 1112, camera time accurate to local time. And then it lists, like I said, these other ones, camera time. And we have, I think everything else is accurate. Yeah. Okay, so with that said, I then said to myself, well, would that be 3:28 and 56 seconds, is that minus the 1 hour or the 1 minute and 45 seconds? Because see 3:26 and 43. And so if you minus the 1 minute and 45 seconds, because these two are pretty close together is what I'm assuming. And I have a feeling this is how they're going to testify, is that based off of these cameras being accurate, which then again, you're going to have to show how these cameras are accurate to then say that this one is how you figured out that it was 1 minute and 45 seconds behind or forward. And you're using, like, according to Mike Van Leeuwen, we were using stopwatches. Okay, whatever. So are you writing down the new time I'm taking it, or he just doesn't say when he's making this? He's just, is this the local? Is this the time that's on it? Is this after you've already changed it? So I made a note of that. Well, a vehicle matching the description. Again, this is the 1-3, this is off the A and W. Okay. Now back on the A and W, we're going to be back over here and you're going to see why it's important. Because there's more than one vehicle, and this is going to prove it. This is making its first loop over there allegedly. So 1125 Ridge Road, apartment 108. A vehicle matching the description. Then 1125. This is just from camera 2. 329. Then, okay, 329, 48 seconds. Now they're using Linda Lane, which is from where the dumpster is. You see it go across like on Taylor. So it says that a vehicle matching the description, vehicle 1 is seen traveling westbound on Taylor, passing the lane. Then at 3:30 and 22 seconds, a vehicle matching the description of vehicle 1 is seen traveling southbound on King Road. Now they're using the 1112. And this is making its first like up and come and to make this loop. And now they use 1330 Linda Lane for 2 reasons, which is for the loop, but also they'll then pass off that camera to then come back to the 1112 King, because what then they use with that is they use that video because of the headlights. It shines then on 1127, the house. And so that's how they're passing off this vehicle. Okay. So, and that's where they say that the headlights briefly shine on the upper exterior of 1127 King Road. And so it's coming around and making that loop. Now this is where it gets interesting after this first loop, because then they're still using the 1112 King Road camera, because after the vehicle is essentially like leaving up out of that area, it'll make a left onto Taylor, and then it's going to turn left onto Walenta. And the way that they're able to say that they believe that this is that vehicle is based on headlights that you can see traveling up and on Walenta. So, and this is where it says headlights can be seen shining on trees to the west of the intersection of King Road and Taylor Avenue, indicating the vehicle turned west onto Taylor. So not like right would be east, going towards to be able to cross by where Linda Lane is again. It's going west. I want you to pay attention to the directions north and south when talking about the 1112 King Road camera when the car is on Walenta. So at 3:33 and 36 seconds, still staying with 1112 King Road, again, they can see the headlights. You guys know the videos that we've shown. You can see a car coming through the back. It's behind like where Jack D's house was, and you could see cars coming down and around. That's what that camera is able to see. And we've been able to go ahead and peg this address where this is at 1217 Walenta. That's the address of the house that's on Elantra that you can see. And it's right before you get to like the curve to kind of go up and around. So then at 3:35, and this is where this is like almost like a 2-minute drive from this point to this point. And this is going to be kind of the intersection of where 451 Paradise Drive is. It's at the intersection of where you can make a left to go back down towards, it'll take you down by where A&W is. So they use this apartment. They have 2 cameras. There's a shop and a front door one. So a summary of a vehicle matching description of the vehicle one traveling south on Ridge Road, turning west bound onto Paradise Drive. Then you can see, it says 14 seconds, 13 seconds. So a vehicle matching description of what continues westbound on Paradise Drive. Perfect. Then now, and it makes like it's like a loop. So here then back, this is what I thought was interesting, is 1112 King Road. Now it's saying that this vehicle, I should take that back. It's not saying that this is the vehicle, but it's letting us know that 1112 will now come in and it'll see headlights again shining. And that's why it just says headlights are seen now northbound on Elantra Drive behind 111, and that is the 1217 address on Elantra if you guys want to go on Google Maps. This, to get to this point, this has taken 12 minutes. We checked it all, and it adds up. I know, Nikki, it's really confusing, but it is, but it isn't. It'll get really unconfusing here in a second. So to do all of that, it takes 12 minutes, and that's accurate. We concur with all of that. Now, if a vehicle is seen with its headlights on the 1112 King Road cameras, that means it's back on the street of Elantra. This is the next jump that it makes from the 1330 Linda Lane. Okay, so a vehicle matching the description of vehicle 1 is seen southbound on King Road, turning east onto Queen Road. So that means it turns from off of Taylor, it's on Queen, and it's going to make a left. And it's going to go up around to make its loop-de-loop. A vehicle matching the description on vehicle 1 travels east on Queen Road along the north side, and this is where it's making this loop. Now pay attention to this. 3:39 and 7 seconds. Remember, A&W 3:43 and 20 seconds. So keep that in mind. This is how it's going to be proven that there are 2 Elantras right here. At 3:39 and 35 seconds, the headlights briefly shine on the upper exterior of 1127. You can see that from the 1112 cameras. And so it's, like I said, this is a second loop. It's coming back around. Then, using the 1112 cameras still, a vehicle matching the description of the vehicle 1 is seen traveling west on King Road, turning north onto King Road. Headlights can be seen shining on trees to the west of the intersection of King Road and Taylor Avenue, indicating the vehicle turned west onto Taylor Avenue. Again, west, left. Then 1112 King Road. Headlights are seen traveling south on Elantra Drive behind 1119. South, 3:41 and 1 seconds. Now, remember, at 3:45 and 10 seconds, there's the Nancy Grace. She's like, yep, the car was speeding away, but that is off 1 minute and 45 seconds. You have to go backwards. So it's actually seen at 3:43 and like 20 some seconds. This is where the FBI is going to have a problem. Right here at 3:43 and 46 seconds. And this is why Cole was the main suspect. At 3:43 and 46 seconds, listen to what they say that this car does. On the 451 Paradise Drive camera, vehicle headlights turn east. See how it says vehicle headlights turn east? They don't say what vehicle it is, where the other ones, when they were saying things like a vehicle matching the description. See that? So here, vehicle headlights turn east onto Paradise Drive from Ridge Road. A reflection of the headlights indicates the vehicle may have made an immediate U-turn back onto Ridge Road, northbound. So then here's where I insert, because for whatever reason, they decide not to use, they have the 1311 Main Street cameras that they've mentioned before, and this would be the time frame in between this and this that you would find the 3:43 and 25 second mark, which would be the white Elantra, or what would be looking like the white Elantra, leaving and getting out of Dodge at a fast rate of speed. And that's where your 1311 camera, because that's the A&W camera. And so why aren't they marking that right here? Because they have a problem. Because at 3:45 and 7 seconds, they're saying that there's headlights are seen traveling north on Walenta Drive behind 1119 King Road. And basically they're saying that this vehicle pulls off, sits on the side of the road for either 2 minutes, or it's not even a vehicle that matters, because then here you can see how it says traveling south. So there was a vehicle heading north, they could see based on the headlights, and they didn't follow it at all, except just to say that. Then they're talking about a vehicle that's now back in the same area, 1217 Walenta, that now 2 minutes later is going south. So we have a car just like going like this, or those are two different vehicles. No mention, though, of the Nancy Grace, I just say that for that video, Inside Edition 1311 A&W video, where they clearly have that white vehicle leaving to get out of town. Okay. They're just assuming when they say it may, this vehicle that was originally being followed, this one may have made a U-turn. And I'm like, what are they doing? Like, how do you not know that? Then again, they're saying that this vehicle at 3:48 and 47 seconds, a vehicle matching the description of vehicle 1 turns east onto Paradise Drive from Ridge Road, because it's just going like this in the back on Walenta, allegedly. But now this one, out of the blue, at 3:48 and 47 seconds, it appears to, again, make a U-turn and immediately U-turn back to Ridge Road, northbound. And this is where Jay is like, what is going on? That's why he's writing all of this stuff. Like, you guys know that that's not the vehicle, but you guys are trying to make it seem like the vehicle. Okay? You guys know it's not the vehicle. The thumbnail, you like that? Dead ass. Oh, shit. There's two vehicles. There are two vehicles, okay? But according to this report, they leave out the one video at the 3:43 and 23 seconds on 1311. They leave that one out. And then they want this. They're watching these cameras and they're like, I think this car is just making U-turns, but may have made an immediate U-turn. You know how big that is to say may have made a U-turn? May have. We don't know. May have. Doesn't say this vehicle made a U-turn. Okay. So, and this is why they have to say, well, it may have made a U-turn because we need this car to come out of some place. Well, why can't it come out of a driveway? Why can't it come out of the area that's where the King Road house is? Okay. You guys are going off of Ring cameras also. Ring cameras don't catch everything. Oh, thank you. Okay. So, and why would you hide the most important vehicle? We have an Elantra that's getting out of Dodge, leaving. The next few entries right here, all I could do was laugh. Oh yeah, wait till you see this. They have the vehicle going the same direction, back to back, south. You see that? But summary, headlights are seen traveling south. Headlights are seen traveling south. And I'm like, well, that means these are different vehicles because they don't match the suspect vehicles because otherwise they say that. So when Payne wants to say, I know this area and it's very limited, there's hardly any cars coming, it's wild because what are you talking about? Look at this, 350 and 27, 351 and 26 seconds. Woo! So here we are. They're saying that this person, okay, so we're about to get there. It may have made a U-turn, so it's back on a ridge road. Then 350 and 27 seconds. Using the 1122 King Road camera to see through the trees to see headlights. Now, headlights are seen traveling north on Elantra Drive. That means coming like back down to come to Taylor to come back up and around. But then summary headlights are seen traveling south right here. So, but makes no mention of like, did this vehicle come from, like, what you're trying to say here is that this car could have possibly pulled off because, and it turned around because it's going to go this way. And then now we're here at 3:52 and 42 seconds, which is a minute and 20 seconds later. And this has to be a different vehicle because it's seen traveling south, just like that one was. So it's going the same way. You'd have to come north before it could be the same car that goes south. You understand? You can't, if it's back to back, two headlights are heading south, those are different motherfucking vehicles. I can't go south twice. Like, yeah, that's it. Okay. 100. So here, this is why I circled this to say they are admitting right here that this vehicle 100% is a different vehicle than this vehicle. No doubt about it. There might even be 3 motherfucking vehicles back there. Now, about 50 seconds later, 3:53 and 36 seconds. Now, remind you, we still have that other white one that just left at a fast rate of speed at 3:45 and 10 seconds, right? Headlights are seen traveling north. Now they're coming back. Now we have no idea what car this is because they don't know yet. But then what's crazy is that this car, see how it's gonna be 3-minute gap here? This car pulls off the side of the road and waits for 3 minutes before then it pulls a vehicle matching the description of the vehicle one traveling south on King Road and turns into the Queen Road. This takes 20 seconds from that point to this point. But here, you see this 3:53, 3:56. What the fuck is this car doing? This does not take 3 minutes. This takes all of 26 seconds. Okay. So I make a note of it. I'm like, so this car just pulled off to the side of the road, waited on Walenta on the side of the road. Like, what? Now at 3:56 and 57 seconds, now they're going to use the Linda Lane. And now this is the picture here though that we all see that's been spread all out, and it shows you a picture of this back here. Go on here really quick. I'll show you this. I mean, this map sucks. Basically, where they're saying that somebody could have made a U-turn, where you're putting that very close to is the entrance to get over to that Cole kid's apartment. Which is right back in through here. See Lauder, okay? And this is A and W is right there, okay? And you have to go, like, Lauder is how you would get over there. So then, like, get down on that Troy and then take off, okay? Oh, thank you. Cheers. Thank you so much. Let's get to 20 peeps. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I mean, come on, you fucking freaks. If you don't fucking tip me, what do you fucking think I do these 4-hour fucking lives for? Can you guys fucking do something, you fucking freaks? You know, I'm up here all fucking day and night. And you little freaks better. I mean, what the fuck? I'm so sick and tired of this shit. Fucking A. Fucking cheap bastards. Yeah, I see you in chat. I'm not fucking going any further. You hear me? You guys want to hear what I have to say? Where's my fucking visor? I'm not going anywhere, man. We're going to sit here if it takes all night. Till you guys pay me. Till you guys fucking pay me. You hear me? I've showed you stupid fucking idiots so many times that Brian killed everybody. There's only one car. Period. All right. We all go north, and we continue north, and then we continue south multiple times in a row. We don't have to show anybody how we got anywhere because we're a bunch of freaks. I mean, I don't know what's in the fucking water. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's in the water, you guys' brains. I gotta tell you guys the same thing every damn day. I'm so sick and tired of how stupid you guys are. If I have to hear you guys in chat one more time talking about Richard Allen and Brian Culver being such innocent little lads. God, all day, all I do is do all of this, and you guys just sit there. That's it. I'm not moving. I'm not going any further. I'm working over here. Have you guys ever seen this shit before? I was dead, man. Hold on one second. Let me play this part of this video because I said, holy shit, who's he speaking about? Oh God. Okay. Where's the one? It was, I think this is 3 days, 1 day. I just like the, he says. Okay, yeah, it's gotta be it. Oh, maybe not.
That right now. And here is a close-up of the 1330 Linda Lane footage. And you can see the vehicle back here.
I mean, how do you guys not get it?
Guys back there. So what I did with that was I took that same image and put it into Photoshop and did an overlay with a white Elantra.
You goddamn right I
As
did.
you can see, look how absolutely similar.
I mean, look at this. Look at this. It's the same thing.
Just like that. I mean,
Just like that.
On and on.
I mean,
So you can see that it's very
ridiculous. Ridiculous. I got to go over this all day with you guys. Let me go to my live that I did the other day. I can't believe I had to explain this to you people again.
And I was looking at him today again because of always comforting.
Put yourself in jail.
All right. Well, show might not be as long, maybe an hour and a half or something.
Not going to be as long because I'm not. You guys aren't paying me.
I want to go over some of the, everybody was saying, like a lot of the pro burger nut jobs, they say that, the vehicle had a sunroof on it. I mean, these people are nuts. Because somebody showed a video on the Linda Lane camera at like midnight or something, or another time, there's a car with a sunroof, somebody that lives over there. But apparently, oh my God, look at that. The vehicle has it's a sunroof. So all these other ones are wrong, and it's just absolute garbage.
Absolute garbage.
What it is. People's brains have just gotten, our educational system, and we're not doing too well as a nation in our educational system. Maybe it's starting to linger into adulthood,
what is
it's insanity. It's insane.
What the fuck, people?
Anyways,
I would like
we're
another
supposed
one.
to go over again
What?
the
I like another one.
route information, but
I mean,
trying to do it
I'm so sick of you guys. I'm so sick of you people. Now, we're going to get back to the show. There you go. Encore. Poor Gray.
You have to put yourself in jail until they.
I don't even know how to put myself in jail.
Until they pay for you to come out.
Jeez.
That's what he does. He sits in silence and pouts until people pay him.
I was just going to speed him up for fun. Let's see. Speed play. Let's put him on 3 times speed. 3?
you can see it. I'm working on animation of little things. So take one time. I'll just do it. So do like tennis there. So people can see that. And also, document. There's a community factor that there's a lot of time that they are looking at pay again because I was looking at the launch. And so you can see this picture here. I guess our show's over. And it's a working channel today. People like Keith Lissy just did. See if we can get to a relatively decent night, even if it's not a long one, because I've been spending a lot of these long 2 to 3, 4 hour shows. So you look at that vehicle right there. I'm going to make a video, I think, tomorrow doing some overlays. It's just a little bit difficult because the camera.
I'm going to make some damn overlays.
You can see it right there. It's not showing the top of the roof. You can see it, but you don't see right there. That darkness is the windshield. This darkness is the side window, and that darkness back there is the back window. And the camera's up high enough, that's why you can see the rear window. You would be able to see a window on the sunroof there. So the vehicle driving by the Ridge Road camera is absolutely a 2015 Elantra. Now, the reason I think it's a 2015 is like right there. You can't see it that well, and you might chalk it up to another pixel deal, but I don't think so. I guess what we do is open up Photoshop here. There's my image. Let's see.
Okay. Well, I'm here to tell you guys that there's more than one, according to the FBI's own work, there is more than one vehicle. Not only is there more than one vehicle, okay, that's the one that they then just completely refuse to mark down the 1331 camera that has, and this is the big gap here, where is the one, and they can't show it. They can't show it because then they're going to, if they were to try to follow that white car up out of there, out of A and W, then all of this stuff has to literally, it falls off the wayside. Like, meaning this is still happening, but you also have that happening over there. But let's just not mark that down. So that's why they didn't go and get the AW camera. That woman had to like bring it forward, give it to Brian Enton, okay, make a big deal about it, And now we have, okay, God, now we got this fucking bullshit. Now we have to explain. Why? Because we have more than one vehicle. Not only that, guys, but then you have to go back to the body camera. And you have to ask yourself, why would the feds start at 3:26 and not start at 2:44? Because this is sightings in both Moscow and Pullman. So the feds chose to leave out in the probable cause affidavit, right, which is connected to this document. They are choosing to leave out all of this that is talked about in the probable cause affidavit, which is, hey, we have this sighting. So why wouldn't it kick off that way? That's what it should kick off that way. And it doesn't. And so that's a problem. That's a problem. And what it tells me is the FBI doesn't want no part of that for some reason, right? And that's the 7 minutes, right? We don't want no part of that. But based on the probable cause affidavit, you have, and the Fed said that they were using those cameras over there because that's what it says in the beginning of the report. So what's interesting is that the Feds choose to leave out 3 very important timestamps, which is the 2:44 a.m., then the 2:54 a.m. In the beginning for WSU. Then it leaves off the body cam of Banfield at 3:01, which they're like, whoopsies, that's not going to work because fuck, he can't make it there from 2:47 to 52. He can't be over there and on. He has to. What the hell? You know what I mean? They can't talk about any of that shit. And then they leave out the 3:45, which if that's the wrong time by 1 minute and some 34, 43 seconds, which it goes forward, basically, because they said it was slow, or fast rather, then it's happening at the same time as this shit's happening. And it's at a very crucial point because here they're saying that this may have made an immediate U-turn. May have. Well, what if it didn't? And how do you, that means you don't know. It may have. The vehicle that you are alleging is suspect vehicle 1 on 2 different huge occasions. You are saying that this vehicle just up and immediately made a U-turn, but wouldn't there be cameras showing that it's coming back at than the way that you're saying that it just made this U-turn? I mean, last time I checked, guys, when I make a U-turn, I'm heading the same. If I'm making a U-turn, I'm going back the same way that I was just headed to go wherever I was trying to head. Like, oh my God, I forgot fucking, I don't know, to close my garage door. I'm flipping a U-turn and going back. I'm not flipping a U-turn and just stopping my vehicle. So are you trying to say that you think this car flipped a U-turn and then jetted off into someone's driveway or down a side street? It doesn't make any sense because you're not able to follow it. Like, meaning like you should know if it made a U-turn or not, if it's coming back towards you and crossing that. Like, so I'm just really interested to hear how you don't know if this vehicle made a U-turn or not. How do you not know? Holy shit, you freaks. 39 people. I didn't see all these. How long does your birthday last? Just keep on going. Play that funky gray weirdo. Okay. Love a good freak out. Oh, guys, this is such a freak out. We're having a freak out. That's what I'm going to call it. Oh, I love it. Freak out. This is confusing all day. Confusing. Hopefully it's not as confusing now, Nikki. Hopefully it's coming into clear picture. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Aw, there you go. I just want to see gray skies turn blue. Let's get to 20 peeps. This is for the love of the word, motherfucker. The fuck, motherfuckers. Cotton wick candles. There you go. Tom, what's good, freaks? Just having a freak off really quick. Keyboard crime fighters, look out. Because I'm a freak. Ho. I think I like it when you talk mean. Oh, Carson. Janet. Young black economist, what's good? Girl. I need to hear him lose it. Find me a clip of him losing it. Crime tourist. Sherry. Typically unique member for 19 months. Can you show us the model you made? I'll show you the model I banged. Sandy. Super sticker. Is it Megan or Megan? Thank you. My UK Wildcat's still dancing. Did they? Lana, does this come with leather and chains? Jeez. Janet. Lana, you're the best. All I do is think, Carol, I have no grave. Oh my God. These are great. Gifted, Crystal gifted 5 memberships. Cheers. Gray, is that right? Yeah. Incognito mode. Moon. Oh my gosh, love it. Number 1 nut job. Look out. Number 1. I'm a cheap freak. Okay. Robin, thank you so much. Well, that was fun. That was great. You guys rock. Lana's my spirit animal. Yeah. Such a strange case. Yeah, it is. So here we are. And I think what everyone fails to forget is that the identification of this vehicle came from the Ridge Road camera, not from 1112. And we have again, I labeled these and said that this is where this is impossible. Based on where this vehicle was at 3:43 and 46 seconds, this vehicle, I'm going to have a friend try to make it from this location right here to this location, which is at 1217 Walenta. I don't believe that you could make this in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Did you know how fucking fast you'd have to be flying back there? And I mean, like, you would be flying back there, flying. So yeah, 3:43 and 46, and 3:45 and 7 seconds. From here to here. To do that in 1 minute and 20 seconds, and that's when you would be at the 1217 Walenta. And I just think that you'd have to be flying to do that in 1 minute and 20 seconds. It says that it would take 2 minutes, and so that's like an extra 40 seconds. 40 seconds is a long time when you're only in a 2 minute period. But then here, from 3:45 and 7 seconds to 3:47 and 8 seconds, I said, so then the car speeds like a fucking crazy person, okay, from the Paradise Drive point to get to 1217 Walenta, slam on its brakes, and then sit there for 2 fucking minutes. Because then it sits there. Headlights are seen traveling south on Walenta. Headlights are seen traveling north on Walenta. So then if this is the same vehicle, then again, it sits for 2 minutes, then whips another fucking U-turn, okay, and is now going to go south. You guys understand how fucking crazy this is? Like, this person is just burnt, like, in back of Walenta. Then another U-turn. Then 3:48, back at that 451, a vehicle matching the description of the vehicle one turns east onto Paradise Drive from Ridge Road. Reflection of headlights indicates that the vehicle may have made an immediate U-turn back onto Ridge Road northbound. May have. How do you not know that? You guys, language matters. May have. They can't tell if it did. Headlights then are seen, look at 1 minute, and so that like they have nothing for this 1 minute and I don't know, 40 seconds. Headlights are seen traveling north on Malenta, coming back down again. And they're just assuming that this vehicle, it would have to be the one that we just think turned, that vehicle had to make a U-turn. Because where is this vehicle coming from? And it's like, what? Do you know how many people have white Elantras back over there? You guys remember the days when we were just sitting here going through Google Maps and just finding all of these vehicles. And then this is where I just lose it. I said, wait again, here we are. Summary headlights are seen traveling north on Malenta. Then summary headlights are seen traveling south on Malenta. Then how are they traveling south? See, so then this isn't the vehicle. And what they're going to say is, yeah, it's not the vehicle. So I'm just curious because they're going to say this one's not the vehicle, but I want to know where this vehicle came from. Like it has to come from somewhere. And the 352 vehicle, like which one, like where, like we have Linda Lane, so we can see which vehicles it could have been. So that's my next project is I'm going to identify where this vehicle came from. Since the FBI didn't. Because that's right. I was like, is this just a random vehicle? Then, and then again, it does this thing again, where you're gonna sit here for 3 minutes. It back off in the woods on Malenta from 3:53 and 36 seconds to 3:56. So this car is just sitting back there. But what's interesting is that if it was sitting back there, ready? Then I think that you would see the headlights sitting somewhere, right? So not only would they have to pull off the side of the road, but then they would have had to turn the headlights off because you're not seeing them anymore. Because don't you think the FBI would make that note to say, yeah, wow, this car was just trickling at a slow speed. It's 20 seconds from where this point would be here at 1217 Malenta to then coming into traveling and coming into the complex again. That's 20 seconds. This vehicle is just, how are you saying that this could be this one? Unless these vehicles, I wouldn't trust any camera, okay, unless it was continuously running. Linda Lane seems like it's a continuously running video. Ring camera footage, you cannot say that a vehicle did not go a certain way because it didn't catch on someone's ring camera. That's laughable. That's so unreliable. It's sad. But this is the photo. So then if I show you guys a picture, so cheers, Gray. I'll debate you any day with this shit. Okay. And then what he's gonna say is, no, Lana, all they're doing is they're sitting there, and anytime a car was coming or going, they're just marking it. And so if they could make it out, they would say it matches the vehicle. If they couldn't, they were just talking about headlights. That's not my question. My question is how do you not know if the car made a U-turn or not? Because you have 3 of them on here. I don't know about U-turns. Well, that's a problem. And I'm sorry, I believe that there's 3 vehicles. 3. There's one 3:01 a.m. There's that vehicle, so it's not just in the area at 3:01. So that could be surfacing. And then you got the 3:45 one that's getting out of Dodge. And then you have this one. So I think there's 3. The evidence shows that there's at least 3. Let's see this picture I have of the Buckeyes winning. That's all I care about right now. Okay. They just need this one to be Brian, the 356 one. Because they're able to then say it goes in, goes around there, and then they keep. So then a vehicle matching the description, like it goes up and around 257, 258. And what does it do here? Headlights, so it goes back around again, and now it's on Walenta. So here, headlights are seen traveling south to get out. Look at this, 3:59, 4 seconds. 4:14, headlights are seen traveling north. So somewhere between, you guys know what house is over there, right? You guys know where the kids said they were coming from? Oh, some kid, Matt, was having a party. You guys know who Matt is, right? Matt is the kid that made the phone call about being too loud. He was the call. That's the Matt kid. He's all in the knives too. That's the house behind off of Walenta. That's the Matt kid. That's whose name is Matt over there, for what it's worth. But this vehicle all centers around that house. That's pretty wild, man. It centers around this house that where the kids said they were coming from. But the kids lie, so maybe they just threw out a Matt, but really they were at, 1112, or they were at 1122. Who knows? But so in the middle of the street, either that car turned around or it's just another different vehicle. Because in that 401, a vehicle matching the description of the vehicle one traveling south, then east on Lauder. Okay, so then they're saying, no, this one has to be a different vehicle because here, the one that we have traveling south, oh, now it's going east on Lauder Avenue. Well, guess who lives on Lauder Avenue? Ding, ding, ding. Cole. Cole lives on, that's where he lives. This is why he was a prime suspect, along with other things, but. So Cole is on Lauder. So a summary of vehicle matching the description of vehicle one turns from the eastbound Lauder Avenue onto southbound Ridge Road, 1122 or 1125. Then look at that big, it's almost 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Headlights are seen traveling north on Walenta Drive behind 1119. Where's like the 451 Paradise? Where, like, that's the one that we're always seeing this on. That's missing. This to me looks like somebody that's almost waiting to pick somebody up. Somebody that's the lookout car. Somebody, I have no idea what this car is doing. Cole lives on Lauder. Yeah. Cole lives right there on Lauder. In those apartments. 235 Lauder. And that's where that's where the car is. It's like somebody dropped him off. Cole and Jack D are BFFs, right? Jack D has a white Elantra, right? I mean, come on, guys. This is wild. Why do you think Jack D and Cole were there? They were tested. Their DNA was tested under Maddie's fingernails. And I said, wait, why was Cole's? Why does Cole come into this? Well, fuck Cole. He has a military culinary experience, and you have to figure out why else, but now I will pull up. Let's see. Like I said, I have no idea who did it, but this is wild. There's no dates or timestamps associated with any of these people when they worked on stuff in this case. So 3:56 and 30 seconds. That's the clip that they put in. And then the other one, like I said, is this Ridge Road one, 1125 Ridge Road. And that one, you freaks, that one, damn it, you guys know it's 2015. Okay. Well, you know, if this car was doing all this crazy ass shit, right? How do we not have it coming in on anything? You know how many cameras are on that? How do we not have, how does it just show up in the 700 block? Okay. Why wouldn't the feds be putting down that it started in Washington? Why wouldn't that be part of their report? Nobody finds that crazy? You guys also, depending on, I think we all know how that area is over there. We all know that you can't park. Not everybody can park in a driveway. Not everybody can park on the street right next to your house over there. You have to like drive around and try to find a place to park. Have you guys ever gone to college? Okay. Do you want to know what I had to do to try to find parking on my street? Like, holy shit, like parking was like holier than now. Like, you don't understand. You just want to, you'd rather pay someone to come take you somewhere so you could leave your car where you wanted it right in front of your house. Okay. So we used to bargain. Like, I take the ticket. Yep, that happens sometimes. Oh gosh. That's gonna be interesting. What's up, DB? How are you? So I don't understand why the FBI wouldn't start at 244, 252. Because they clearly say that they have all these cameras. So why aren't you putting that down to start it off? I think if I was Aunt Taylor, that'd be my first question. Like, hey, let's take a look at this. Hey, well, I'm just doing my thing. New fan. Woo, disorderly conduct, baby. Take it all in. So what questions you guys have? This is, I lived 5 miles away outside of town. BK may have been framed for being the top weirdo, but why is you buying sheets and driving for no reason at night stargazing? Now they frame your ass. We have to figure out how the feds knew about Brian Culver by at least December 6th when they put in that warrant. Boston. Hi, love. Hey, love. Hit your little touch DNA. Thumbs it down. Thumbs it up. You have an opinion, make yourself known. I'll never tell you how to think. What happened to the two Davids? No idea. They're just David and they're out scissoring away. I don't know. I want to know who the Fort. You guys know that Ann Taylor is going to ask the police. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with. You guys investigate all the tips that came in. Who was the 4chan? Who wrote the 4chan? Did you investigate the 4chan post? Did you investigate Papa Rogers? Do you think Ann Taylor's going to ask these questions? Can you just see her ripping these through? Because I would just, I'd be asking all these questions like, well, you said that none of these led to anybody else, right? Except for everything that's ever come in to Brian. So I hope For Jennifer Coffendoffer's sake, I hope Ann Taylor asks us about Papa Rogers. Papa Rogers wilding out. He's like, "Whoa, yeah, that's me, Brock Kohlberger." I think Papa was Ellie. I think that's a good guess. Or it's Steve Gonsalves. I think Papa Rogers is out there. I hope Papa resurface. Do you think JM could be who? Oh. Maybe. Sure. I mean, I think it's JM. I think it's Jenna McClure. That's who I think it is. But I think that's possible. Anything's possible. Shit. Well, who in the heck said the killer was in the Poconos, right? That's them. Had to be law enforcement who eyes were on Culver or someone else. Yeah, it's interesting. Let's see what else is over here with this. I mean, damn you, Lana. Damn you. I mean, I'm going to say this so I'm blue in the face, but none of these reports have any dates. Like, when did you get any of these videos? I'm sorry. Let me walk that back. November 19th, November 21st, November 23rd, December 7th, and December 20th. Date of items received, and this is the videos. And so one of those dates is the date that they received the WSU cameras for what they looked at. So I'm curious to see what date that ends up being. I mean, Hitler's got to feel like a real big idiot. Totally lied to by law enforcement. Him saying that they didn't use Ridge Road to identify the vehicle. That's the only thing that they used to identify the vehicle. Where did you get that from? Well, the emails? That is not what it says. That's what he said. The 4chan post, I believe, was just a couple days after this crime. I think it was a little bit longer than that. It was really sick. It was a really sick post. But they called it. They said, what, 19 minutes? For all we know, that maybe that's maybe that's law enforcement. You know, maybe they wanted people to chime in on that. I don't know. It's pretty sick, though. What's your thoughts on the person who unalived the students? I think they're sick, whoever did it. What's my thoughts on the person who unalived the students? I think that they're fucking sick. What will Hitler do when he sees they lied about the timing advance reports for Brian? Yeah. It's another, I mean, they've been just lying the whole time. And so I think for me, that's my hang up with this. Like, who gives a shit if you had to use IgG to find him? Okay, and guess what? You violated your own policy. Great, awesome. All this other shit, it's everything in this case is a fucking lie. Everything. Kimberly says, I love opinions. I love hearing both sides of people's opinions, so I've always wanted someone who believes he's innocent talk to someone who believes he's guilty. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. I don't know if Brian Culver is innocent, but I know that he is constitutionally innocent, and I believe in our constitutional rights, and so I'm big on that. I'm big on, and also everybody that's spinning this shit. Like, how do you look at these documents and not say to yourself, this is a completely circumstantial case? It's 100% circumstantial. All of it. The whole entire thing. Just like the case against Scott Peterson was all circumstantial, but that was his wife, you know? Here, this is a stranger. Lying the whole damn time. Yeah. This case got me so confused. Why does it take 8 hours to call 911? It doesn't. Lana, who do I think did it? Fuck, I have no idea who did it. I think it would be really unbelievable odds that a bunch of people that prank each other with doing weird shit like this and kill animals and put them on people's doorsteps, and that a prank, if that's how they prank, and then the same people that are involved in that type of stuff then get killed in that way, like that's very weird. It's very like, you know, to sit here and talk about that people thought that people were pranking. What? Who the fuck does this weird? This isn't pranking. If this is Idaho's idea of pranking and this is what they do to each other and they break into people's houses and they walk around with masks and like big old knives and shit. I'm sorry, but that's not what we did to each other in college for pranking. You know, and in fact, I was taught there's certain things that you don't joke around about. And this would be like one of those things. I think the lifestyle of the Greeks is why they didn't call 911. I think it's very obvious. They're blowing up their families when Bethany's calling her parents in the morning. One look at her phone records will show if she does that on the regular, if she calls her parents nonstop from 7:30 until they answer at 8:15, you know? I don't know. I think this is sick. I think the other thing is that this person had, there's no forced entry, right? Just a lot of things that, wow, to pick this house where this type of stuff goes on, and then you're gonna, I do have a live tomorrow night to talk about the selfie and my take on that. I think that'd be more of like a post conviction, like if for sentencing. So, yeah, I have a hard time with that too. You know, I can't say I know what the house would have smelled like, but I can only imagine what it would smell like when 4 dead bodies all bloody. I don't. Whoever knew that it only took supposedly 19 minutes, or that's what it would end up being said that it took, that's interesting to me. These are all just wild and not, like, it's just wild. Dylan lied. She wasn't sleeping. She was saving number in her phone. I mean, last time I checked, when you lie to the police, you know, there's usually a reason that people lie to the police. So I don't know. And back in the day, when police found out that people lied to them, they weren't happy about that. You know, that's what I was told. You know, you lie to the police and they find out about it, right? Well, why'd you lie? You're going to sit here and tell me that the police never confronted Dylan? And I don't believe they did because they didn't look at stuff, but they just took Dylan's word that she was asleep. Nobody would believe that. That's why you would look into it. Same with Bethany, right? You would either think that they weren't there or so they just looked at, you know, it was the defense that had their people look into these phones and what they were actually doing. So we have proof that Dylan wasn't asleep. And how's that going to go on the stand? They're just going to say, well, we didn't know. And now the question is from what I've learned in the Karen Reed case, okay, normally what happens is when you get information like this, you would re-interview the person. So is there going to, when this broke and when it came out that, hey, Dylan was actually on her phone saving a number in her phone, I want to know if law enforcement then called up Dylan and said, hey, we have to do a follow-up interview. Because that's what good investigators would do. That's what happened in the Delphi case, right? That's what happened in the Karen Reed case. So, do you think that? I think that's a really good question to ask. Is do you think that the police have re-interviewed Dylan Mortensen? Do you think that the police have re-interviewed Bethany since this bombshell coming out? Which there is no way that Officer Payne knew about anything about that her phone had a contact saved at 351. They never looked. That's why I'm saying that they didn't know that. So any good investigator would re-interview them and ask them about it. The defense knows what the contact was that was saved. I love how they didn't put that in there. And they didn't put it in there for a reason, because I believe that Ann Taylor is going to ask them that. Any average investigator would too, right? I mean, this is just 101, man. Like, especially like 4 people, you got blood that nobody knows who it belongs to, okay? And if there was a fight, wouldn't you announce that there was a fight? Okay, yeah, there was a fight. It had nothing to do with what happened to them. They're like, that was way earlier, so that's where that blood probably came from. Kaylee's phone it's in evidence. Yeah, the McClure, that's the sister of her fiance. Wait, did she lie? I'm asking because I missed that. Oh, lying about being asleep. Yeah, at 3:51 a.m., she saved a number in her phone. So when she says that she woke up, she woke out of the blue at 4 a.m., fucking lies. Absolute lies. Woke up out of the blue. And so the question should be to everybody, what are you lying about that for? Why couldn't she just say whatever it is that she was doing? Like, it wouldn't change anything. Like, I was laying in my bed, scrolling like the internet, looking at stuff. I couldn't sleep. I was tossing, I was turning. Then the next thing I know, I hear like weird shit. So I thought someone was crying. I have no idea. Like, it's going to be interesting. So, are you little fucking freaks? Listen, the FBI, run the tape back. The FBI didn't put down any mention about 244, 250, nothing in their little outline. The FBI left out the body camera that had the car and the A&W video that had the car. They put in 3 U-turns that they don't know if the car really committed a U-turn, and it's wild. So the FBI is non-committal, and everything came from 1125 as far as that picture of that car. Yeah. So that's your recap. I appreciate you guys. You guys are thebomb.com. Thank you so much for being here, every single one of you guys. Nick Balance and the cast Viz team is about to get rocked. This has been happening, and this isn't the first case, and it's going to cause a complete spiral. there's going to be so many cases that are going to be able to be appealed on what the hell has happened in this case, because it's going to come to light, okay, what has been going on. So thank you again so much, Emily Harris. That was awesome of you. Anybody else I missed? Do you think Jam could be, okay, got that one. I'm a cheap freak. I love that one. That was a great one. You guys rock. Again, hit the thumbs up on your way out. Gray Hughes! Thank you for being my guest today. Appreciate you, Gray Hughes. Thank you for being my guest. Oh, no problem, man. Let me get my voice on there. I want Gray Hughes to yell at me, so here.
I said this is like 2000 by 2000. And it was brought these behind it, like the lights were on, stopped behind it, and then turned back on again a minute or so later and it drove by. Or it's just another vehicle that was up there. All right, can you see that?
See that?
So it goes twice in a row at 351.26 and 352.42. It drives south here twice.
Twice.
So there's no indication how it got back over there in a minute. Unless it was like it was here, turned its lights off, and maybe it turned them off again. You know, who knows what it was doing back here.
Exactly. Well, so I'm saying the same thing, baby.
That's one cool thing I can't explain.
That's
And
one thing.
336 headlights are seen traveling north on Elantra Drive, again behind 1119 King Road. Right, so now it's going back from, it's heading south, and now it's going north again. And that was about a minute later, but it didn't go down to the camera over here this time. It didn't make it down here. It just.
I think we're saying the same thing, right?
And turned around and came back.
I think we're saying the same thing, right?
And then 356.24, a vehicle matching the description of vehicle 1, travels south on King Road and turns east onto Queen Road.
Right.
So it's right here, traveling south.
Right.
Turns east on the Queen Road. And then 356.57, the Linda Lane, the 1330 camera, films it. We've shown that a million times, coming back from behind. And again, it repeats the same 500 Queen Road, drives on the east side and then on the south side. All right, so that means it came back like this and around and over here. All right, guys, are you guys going to force me to dance a jig tonight to get some support going here? And get it up there. We're really way behind on here.
You guys are gonna make me dance a jig? You fucking freaks gonna make me dance a jig tonight or what? Wait, I didn't even expect that one. That is crazy. You guys gonna make me dance a jig tonight or what? Oh, hell no. Greg, I want to see some, baby. Shake it for mama. This is
Right,
wild.
you guys going to force me to dance a jig tonight to get some support going here? Be nice to get like a wave going and get it up there. We're really way behind.
We are way behind on those support donations.
I guess it's technically possible. I don't know. We've got these weird glitches going. But what do you guys need me to do? What do you need me to do? Thirsty. Yeah, I think you may have seen the DoorDash person. Yeah. He was, on those big loops that we thought he was doing, he could have easily missed it. But with the way he was really stalking that house right behind it, man.
Oh.
That we usually get some strange numbers there. I think there'd be more support if there was really 700 something.
I think we get more support. Oh god. All right, guys. Woo! Much love. You guys are the best freaks I've ever seen in my life. God, you guys just really know how to bang one out for a chick. Thank you so much. I'm gonna puke. Oh god. Oh god. Much love to you guys. Have a great beginning of your Monday. I'll be back here tomorrow night. A lot of things are happening, guys. It's spring break week. I will be doing Cobra every single day, preparing us for that April 9th and 10th hearing. And we're going to be trickling in some Karen Reed. I'm going to show my Jen McCabe quick version of the phone data. I'm telling you, Matt McCabe did all the searches. So much love. See you guys on the flip side. I love you fucking freaks. I love a good freak off with my freaks. Peace out, guys. Thank you so much, moderators. I appreciate you. Peace.